A woman in her early 50s messaged me late one night. "I'm eating cleaner than I ever have. I walk every day. I lift weights 3 times a week. But the scale won't budge, and my belly just keeps growing. I feel like my body's broken." If you've ever felt like your effort doesn't match your results, you're not alone. I've coached hundreds of people over 40 doing all the right things, but their workouts were secretly holding them back. Because here's what no one tells you. After 40, your body doesn't stop working. It just starts working differently. And if your workouts don't adapt to it, you could be training harder than ever while slowly gaining weight, losing muscle, and burning out your joints. The truth? Most popular exercises are not designed for people in their 40s, 50s, or 60s. They're built for 25-year-olds with fast recovery, perfect hormones, and zero inflammation. But you don't need more time in the gym. You need the right moves done the right way for the body you have today. In this video, I'll show you how to rebuild your routine with more innovative, science-backed exercises that help you lose fat, protect your joints, and finally feel stronger, not sore. Let's start with the number one mistake most people over 40 make in their workouts. Part 1. Why training hard isn't helping you burn fat, and what to do instead. The silent frustration. Why am I working out but still gaining fat? She was 49, pre-diabetic, and determined to turn things around. She told me, "I started lifting weights, cut carbs, even joined a group class twice a week. But somehow, I'm heavier now than when I started. My waist is thicker, my energy is worse." She was doing everything we've been told to do, and still watching the scale creep up. Sound familiar? If you're over 40 and feel like your body's betraying you, you're not imagining it. This frustration is more common than you think. And no, it's not because you're not disciplined enough. The truth is, after 40, your body responds differently to exercise. Your hormones shift, your metabolism slows, and stress hits harder, especially if you're pushing the wrong kind of workout too often. You see, most fitness routines are built for young bodies. Fast recovery, high testosterone, flexible joints. But that model doesn't work the same way after 40. In fact, training harder can sometimes increase belly fat, spike cortisol, and exhaust your recovery system. So if you've been trying your best and feeling worse, it's not a lack of willpower. It's a mismatch between your body's needs and your training style. And here's the good news. When you change the way you train, everything else starts changing too. Let's break that down, starting with why more exercise might hold you back. Why harder isn't better. The Hidden Cost of Junk, Volume 1. Of my clients, a 57-year-old man who used to be a high school football coach came to me frustrated. He was training 5 days a week, squats, deadlifts, curls, presses, following a program he used back in his 30s. But his back was constantly sore, his energy low, and his waistline growing. He said, "I'm doing more than ever, so why do I feel worse than ever?" Here's the hidden truth. After 40, doing more can get you less. That's junk volume, sets that burn time and energy, but don't stimulate meaningful muscle growth or fat loss. For example, pairing barbell squats with heavy leg press and walking lunges in one session might feel intense, but it's just overlapping stress to your nervous system. Your body doesn't grow when it's overwhelmed. It grows when challenged smartly and allowed to recover. Most of us were taught to train harder when we hit a plateau. But after 40, the better question is, where can I train smarter and cut the fluff? And when you apply that lens, everything changes, especially how you approach your back and pull workouts. That's precisely what we'll dive into next. Upgrade your pull day. Stop yanking, start stretching. A man in his early 60s once showed me his back routine. Barbell rows, pull-ups, lat pull-downs. heavy, fast, and with lots of momentum. He said, "I don't feel much in my back, but I'm always sore in my elbows and neck." That's the trap. Most of us are taught to pull hard, yank the weight, finish the set, move on. But after 40, this mindset does more harm than good. Your joints take the beating, while your muscles miss the stimulus. What really builds your back, especially the lats, isn't speed. It's a stretch, controlled, deep-range tension on the muscle. Instead of rushing through reps, slow it down. Let the weight stretch your lats at the bottom. Try seated cable rows with a 2-second pause in the stretch, or single-arm kneeling pull-downs with complete control. You'll feel the muscle engage in a way that protects your joints and finally makes your back work. Science backs this up. Muscles grow best when challenged under stretch, not when shortened quickly. And as we age, this becomes even more important for longevity and fat metabolism. In the next section, we'll take this same approach to leg day and show you how to train your lower body without wrecking your knees. Leg day reinvented, from knee pain to muscle gain. A 55-year-old woman once told me, "I stopped training legs because every time I did squats, my knees screamed for days. So I switched to leg press, but my thighs feel tighter and my back hurts now." She thought she was protecting herself, but she was trading one problem for another. This is a familiar story after 40. Your joints become less forgiving, and the wrong leg routine can leave you sore, stiff, and discouraged. But here's the truth. Leg day doesn't have to hurt to work. You need to focus on how you move, not how heavy you lift. Start with controlled goblet squats, using a box for support. Then, Romanian deadlifts were added to wake up the hamstrings, which most people undertrain. And if you're ready to take it up a notch, try the reverse Nordic curl. It looks strange, but builds bulletproof quads and protects your knees long-term. Science shows that working your muscles at longer lengths, especially your posterior chain, helps both with insulin sensitivity and injury prevention. You don't need more machines, you need smarter movement. And when you train your legs this way, you'll build strength and support your metabolism. Next, talk about the upper body and why your chest and arms might be stuck because of the wrong kind of push. Push smarter, building chest and arms without overloading joints. A 62-year-old man once said, "I've been bench pressing every Monday for 30 years, but now my shoulders scream the next day, and I barely feel it in my chest." That's a familiar pattern. What worked in your 30s may now be working against you. Pushing heavy loads through stiff joints doesn't just slow your progress, it sets you up for injury and burnout. The good news? You can still build a strong, defined upper body without wrecking your shoulders or elbows. The secret is switching from compression to tension. Instead of chasing the biggest barbell press, try seated cable flies with a deep stretch. Focus on slow, controlled reps. For your arms, ditch the standard dumbbell curls that lose tension halfway through, and use incline cable curls that maintain tension from start to finish. You'll protect your joints and finally feel your muscles working again. Muscles don't care how much you lift, they care how much they're challenged. And after 40, challenge means control, stretch, and stability. Next, we'll explore why how far you stretch a muscle may be even more important than how many reps you do, and how to unlock real growth in less time. Science of the stretch. Why the first half of your reps matter most. A 59-year-old client asked me, "Why do my legs feel sorer from just 2 sets of slow leg curls than from a whole session of machines?" The answer shocked him, and it might change how you train forever. We've been taught to focus on completing reps, but not where the muscle is working hardest. Recent research shows that muscles grow more under tension in their stretched position, not when fully contracted. For example, when doing a seated leg curl, the first part of the movement, where your hamstrings are stretched, is where the magic happens. Same with incline dumbbell curls or deep chest flies. That painful, loaded stretch signals your muscle to grow and adapt. This becomes even more critical after 40, when recovery slows and every rep must count. So instead of rushing through the motion, spend time where it matters. At the bottom, in the stretch, under control. It's not about doing more reps, it's about doing the right reps, with intention. And when you master this, you'll see more progress with less wear and tear. Let's put it all together into a 3-day training split built specifically for fat loss, joint health, and longevity. The 3-day Smarter Split for fat loss and longevity. When Mark, 61, came to me, he was burnt out from training 6 days a week, yet still couldn't lose the stubborn belly fat. I thought more days meant more progress, he said, but his body was constantly inflamed, his joints ached, and he was suffering from sleeplessness. What he needed wasn't more training, it was a more intelligent system. That's where the 3-day Smarter Split comes in. A science-backed training plan for fat loss, joint protection, and long-term energy, especially after 40. Here's how it works. Day 1, push plus core. Focus on chest, shoulders, triceps, and core stability. Think controlled cable flies, incline machine press, and anti-rotation core moves. Day 2, pull plus stretch. Emphasize back, biceps, and flexibility. Slow tempo rows, assisted pull-downs, and extended lat stretch sets. Day 3, legs plus longevity. Prioritize joint-friendly strength. Goblet squats, Romanian deadlifts, and glute bridges, paired with light mobility drills. With 3 focused sessions per week, Mark saw his waist shrink by 2 inches in 6 weeks, without pain, guilt, or burnout. This plan honors your recovery, boosts metabolism, and fits real life. Now that you've seen the structure, let's wrap it up with the key takeaways and how to train in sync with your body. Don't just train. Adapt, recover, and rewire. Too often, we treat workouts like punishment, as if sweating more, lifting heavier, and feeling sore are signs of success. But after 40, that mindset can quietly turn your body against you. One of my clients, a 53-year-old woman, once said, "I used to think I had to earn my health by pushing through pain. Now I understand. I need to support my body, not fight it." That shift, from force to function, is what changes everything. Training at this stage of life isn't just about burning calories. It's about rebuilding how your body moves, restoring how it recovers, and rewiring how it burns fat and handles stress. It's about protecting your joints, respecting your limits, and ensuring every rep helps you live better, not just look different. You don't need to be perfect. You need a plan that works with your biology, not against it. Adapt your training, prioritize recovery, and trust that small, intentional changes will create significant transformations from the inside out. And if you're wondering, could insulin resistance be sabotaging all my effort? Stay tuned. In the following video, we'll show how to spot the signs early and reverse them naturally.